Hi, and welcome to Allen High School's discussion of solutions at the PreAP 10th grade level. We've been talking about molarity and the application of molarity to stoichiometry, and now we're going to talk about dilution. Dilution is the process of making a solution less concentrated. We end up with the same moles, but we change the volume by adding more solvent. So when we're doing this, it's not the moles of solute that is changing, it's the volume of solvent. So if we compare these two pictures, molarity is moles per liter. If you count the little dots that represent the solute, you'll find out those are the same, but if we increase the volume by adding more solvent, we decrease the molarity. So A is more concentrated, B is more dilute. So when we add solvent, we decrease the concentration, hence we decrease the molarity, and we make the solution more dilute. The formula that we use is called VUM. Volume 1 molarity 1 is equal to volume 2 molarity 2. Okay? And let's see how we apply that. I will say probably the most common problem I see with this or issue students have is they don't list their given. So if you don't list your given, you don't recognize the mathematical approach that's needed in your problem solving. So let's take a look here. It says, what is the molarity of a solution? So we have question mark molarity. I'm not going to put ones and twos until I've really read through the problem. Prepared by diluting, so I have a volume, I'm going to call it volume 1 because it's my first, 50 milliliters, okay? And that's volume of that molarity, so I'm going to match that. So that's my molarity 1, my starting molarity. Okay, so this must be my second volume, or excuse me, second molarity, and my second volume is 2 liters. Okay, so now if you'll list your givens, you start seeing that you have 2 volumes, 2 molarities, VUM. Okay, if you add volume to volume, you VUM. Now, the only thing you have to do here is list your givens, check your units. Volumes have to be the same units, so you have to convert one or the other. It doesn't matter which one you do. So I'm going to put volume 1 is 0.05 liters times molarity 1 is 3.79 is my volume 2, which is 2 liters, times my molarity 2. Hopefully you can see. You could do Boyle's Law, you can do this. The only difficulty I've ever seen is kids not paying attention and not listing their givens, and so they don't realize that they're doing VUM. Okay? Now, the one other twist is this. Do you notice that says it was diluted to a volume here? Be a little bit careful because this time it said 7 liters was poured into it. So I started with 1 liter. So my volume 1 was 1 liter. My molarity 1 was 3.8 molar. Now I added 7 liters to my original. So my volume 2 is 1 liter plus 7 liters or 8 liters. So pay very close attention to whether you're diluting it to a volume or you added a volume to it. Just a little tricky on there. We want to know our new molarity. 2 volumes, 2 molarities, you add volume to volume, you VUM. So we've got 1 times 3.8 is equal to 8. That's a liters, not a 6 there. Got a little sloppy, sorry. Molarity 2. And if you solved this for molarity 2, you'd get 0.475 molar. So, okay, kiddos, That's it. Got a little bit more work to do in class, so until then, this is signing off.